Welcome again up to these classes, and today we're gonna learn how to create a Gantt chart, how to plan and organize workflow in the project. I will show you first the case study, and your task will be to do a similar Gantt chart and work with activity order based on the model assignment that you can find in your course. So, Gantt chart is a tool that helps to visualize activities, helps to organize the work. It's very easy and clear. It's two-dimensional chart with activities on the vertical axis and timeline on the horizontal axis. It's used for time planning, activity organization, and also resource management, because it's a tool to allow team to organize who is doing a certain activity and what kind of resources and work flow we need to assign to the activity. Okay, so let's start with our case study, a very simple one, planning a room renovation. A couple, John and Anna, decided to renovate a room on their own. To ensure smooth execution, they need to create a work schedule determining the sequence of activities, their duration, and the resources required. Your task is to assist them by planning the activities, creating Gantt chart, and allocating human and material resources effectively. So, step one, we need to analyze all the activities that are needed to be done to complete the room renovation, and they are in the random order, so we need to put them in correct order. We need to check if some of the activities are dependent on the others, because it will be the topic of next classes, the critical path. But we need to analyze if we can set the random duration and random order of some activities that are independent, they are not related with the others. But some of them are related, because some activities have to be accomplished to start another one. So we need to check dependency, and it will allow us to indicate the critical path. And the critical path which is the shortest completion time of our project. Okay, well, first look at the 15 activities that we need to do in case of our project. And as I said, they are now in the random order. So to create a Gantt chart, first we need to analyze what should be the first activity and what should be the last activity that will accomplish our project. We have activities like drying walls and ceiling, removing old paint from frames and doors, dusting walls, painting the ceiling, painting frames and doors, wallpapering, repainting the house's exterior, stripping old wallpaper, removing furniture and curtains, filling wall plaster gaps, filling gaps in the frames and doors, securing the floor covering, removing floor covering protection and vacuuming, arranging furniture and hanging curtains, cleaning the ceiling. This is the last activity. And what is the Gantt chart? As you can see, we have such a two-dimensional table. As I said, on the horizontal axis we have a timeline. So we start our project at January 1st, and it is estimated to accomplish it with the end of January 14. It means that we have 2 weeks. You can use any tool. I am using the template in Miro, so if you want to create a similar Gantt chart, you go to Miro, and here in the toolbar you need to choose a timeline. Yep, and in timeline you will be able to create such a Gantt chart. Here you set what is the time duration. We assume that we have 14 days to accomplish this project, so I need to organize the work and set the duration and order of each activity within these 2 weeks. First of all, I put all the 15 activities in correct order. Yeah, so in my opinion, we should start with removing furniture and curtains, then dusting walls, cleaning the ceiling, securing the floor covering, drying walls and ceiling, stripping old wallpaper, filling wall plaster gaps, filling gaps in frames and doors, removing old paint from frames and doors, painting the ceiling, painting frames and doors, wallpapering, repainting the house exterior, removing floor covering protection, and the last, arranging furniture and hanging the, what was the full, yeah, hanging the curtains. The first step, as you can see, it's very easy, and you need to decide based on the activity list that you have in your project. So it's for the real project, it shouldn't be difficult, but you need to consider what kind of activities are on the list. So it means if you have independent activities not related with the others, as I can see that repainting the house exterior is an independent activity. So it means that if I have a labor force, someone who is available to paint the house, I can do this without regarding the other depending activities. It means that I don't need to care about activities inside the house to repaint the house exterior, because I don't need to wait to dry walls and ceiling to do exterior painting. So in this case, I can plan this assignment, this activity. I can plan it within these 14 days, and I don't need to care about dependency of other activities. But to do the job correctly and to refresh the room correctly, I shouldn't paint the ceiling before I remove, or Anna and John remove the old paint from frames and doors. So because it can cause some problems with new painted ceiling. So we call this depending activities related with everyone, and they can be on the critical path, because if we assume that we cannot start the activity before the previous is ready or accomplished, then we need to estimate the project completion time with regards to the old activities that have to be started one after each other, and this will give us a critical path. Basically, the Gantt chart goes from the left top corner to the bottom right corner, and it's the typical visualization of project activities on the timeline. Yeah, so we start with the first activity, which is on the top of the activity list, and we finish with the activity which is on the bottom of the activity list, and on the last day at our timeline. As I said, I'm using this template in Miro, but if you want, you can use Excel, yeah? And in Excel you can put activities, for example, in this column, or you choose the column. You can start with column A. It's up to you how you arrange the spreadsheet. I will just give the activities IDs, numbers. So let's assume that we have 15 activities. On this axis you can set the units, the time units. It can be a day, it can be an hour. It's also up to you how you will choose the activity unit, and how you will be precise according to the time units, because if you don't need to be very precise, you don't need to divide every day into working hours, but you can assume that every employee works 8 hours per day, so you can divide one day in 8 columns. Yeah, it's up to you what would be the precision of your timeline. And in this chart, to draw because there is no default Gantt chart in Excel, so don't choose the chart from the chart toolbar, But to draw the Gantt chart, just change the background of cell. And even if you want to assign more days for each activity, you just select more cells and you change the background. This is the easiest way to draw it. You can also use a pen and paper, and you don't need to make it like digitally. You can just draw the Gantt chart with a computer and then just take a picture and submit your work on Moodle. It's up to you. I don't demand any tool. I just show you what is the most efficient and easy way to create such a tool. So basically, this is the ready Gantt chart, and we have information when the project starts and what is the activity that start the project and what would be the last activity of the project. The next thing that we need to do according to our work-based structure is to assign workforce and materials needed to do the job. Look, I have time duration for my project, so I just set how much time do I need to accomplish each activity. In your assignment on Moodle, you will also need to set this kind of information. You need to consider it's not if you don't have information in the project kickoff material, then you need to estimate it based on the on your experience or just the time that you estimate how much you need to accomplish and get the objective of each activity. But you have to assign also the workforce. We have 2 people that can work, but Anna and John, they cannot do some jobs parallelly, so I cannot engage 2 people in one activity while one is engaged in another activity. Yeah, so I need to check if Anna or John is available that time that I want to plan activity. If they are, and you consider that it's good to do the activity together, because removing furniture and curtains, it's better when it's done by both Anna and John, because someone can keep some ladder or other materials and secure the people who are removing the curtains and furniture. So if you consider that they need to be engaged both in this activity, you set 2 of them, but check the availability. Yeah, if you plan to do this that day and both Anna and John are arranged with this activity, check if they are available. Materials and resources needed. Yeah, to remove furniture and counters, we don't need anything, but if we have for example, ladder, then we can use it to make a work next to the ceiling. You need, if it's not provided in the kickoff materials, you need to consider what kind of materials should be required. Yeah, so you assign materials and resources, set the duration, and we have such a table with organization, not only the time and activity order, but we also have information who and when will be engaged in the project. It will be required to build a budget, yeah, because we need to know what kind of materials, resources we need to buy to our project, and how much we need to pay for the team to do the activities. Yeah, so what would be the work cost? But today you just need to do the Gantt chart, and you need to assign who is doing every activity and what kind of materials and resources are needed. Also, what is the estimated duration of each activity. You can find your case study on Moodle, and you can do your project. Good luck.